Next, I want to talk about something very important. It's really about convergence. Convergence equals credibility. Regardless of the test that you select, tests will vary, test results will vary. The most important thing, and if you take nothing else away from this talk, take this, okay? It's not what the tests are or how abnormal they are so much as how you use them in concert, how you use these tests together, how you find the common denominator in these tests. Because what I call convergence equals credibility. Corroboration or convergence equals credibility. It equals admissibility too, by the way. So I have a basic three-step process to making your case bulletproof. Number one, demonstrate that the testing is positive for TBI. Simple enough, an abnormal result. Number two, demonstrate that these tests employ a variety of different modalities, yet they reach the same conclusion. And number three, demonstrate that these tests, they're vastly different, yet they show damage in the same discrete location in the brain. Now let me break it down for you. Abnormal results using several different modalities. So you heard about the different modalities. For example, how fast does electricity travel from one part of the brain to another? That can be measured. That's a modality. How quickly do brain cells absorb sugar water in a particular location of the brain? That's another modality. Or how even is the flow of water molecules through axons? That's yet another modality. And each of these modalities is tested by a different kind of test, and each individual or individuals employing the test come from different specialties. They come from different areas of concentration in medicine. So you have these different doctors with different specialties employing different modalities, all coming up with an abnormal result. That's a pretty tough hill for the defense to climb over. Now get to the next level. It's even better. That the abnormal results exist in the same discrete location, and that leaves almost no room for error. So we have all these experts employing all these modalities showing abnormality, but let's just say in the left frontal lobe, in the precise discrete location. You know, brain injury is scattershot. You could damage your brain virtually anywhere on or in it. But if we have all the damage focused from all these tests and experts and perhaps treaters, all focused on one discrete location, boy, those are real tough odds to be able to challenge. Let's see how it works. In practice, let's just say you have a DTI MRI with clear clusters of voxels showing abnormality in the frontal lobe, and you recall the PET scan being abnormal in the frontal lobe. Now you're able to put these together, to converge them, to say, you know what, two different experts with two different disciplines used two different modalities and found brain injury in the frontal lobe, one discrete location. Now look what you can do. You can drop in the medical records and show that perhaps some of the symptomology and some of the findings in the medical records were consistent with frontal lobe damage. Perhaps your treating physicians diagnose the damage as frontal in nature. Witnesses may testify consistent to that point. The mechanism of injury or the biomechanics we talked about are consistent with a frontal lobe strike or frontal lobe damage. And the neuropsychological testing is consistent with damage to the frontal lobe. Now you've really built something. Let's add in the newer testing, volumetrics and pituitary and neuro-ophthalmological testing. Here you have already a formidable series of proofs with respect to brain injury in the frontal lobe area, and you're adding in volumetrics, and you're adding in pituitary testing, and you're adding in the neuro-ophthalmological testing as well. Now you have built yourself not a hill, but an insurmountable wall of evidence over which the defense simply cannot climb. So, in the end, what you'll be able to do if you employ these strategies and these tests is you'll be able to build up a wall of evidence so high, so insurmountable, that the defense has no chance. Remember, convergence is credibility. Remember, brain injury is a process and not an event. And if I can be of any help to you, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.